Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're a returning viewer. So as you can see, I have an install tutorial for you guys today. These amazing baby hairs, this deep side part, and just an overall amazing tutorial with no bleaching, plucking, customization needed. So if you'd like to see how to achieve this look, keep on watching. So y'all heard me say that there was no customization needed for this wig. I didn't pluck it, I didn't bleach it, but I did go ahead and tint the lace. Okay, it is not needed though. I only did it because I like the way it comes out, but it is definitely not needed nor necessary because this lace is clear. This new lace that you cannot find anywhere else but XRSBEAUTY Hair does not need any work, no work. So what you're seeing now is regular transparent lace on my skin. I'm going to glue that down with this Got To Be glue spray and show you guys in comparison of how this melts into your skin compared to this new clear undetectable lace. Once the Got To Be glue spray is dried and the lace is melted into my skin, this is what it looks like. You can still see the grayish whitish undertone and the tone to it, and you can still see the lace basically, like it's not completely melted onto my skin. You can see from the lace, the grid compared to where I have my just regular skin, showing that it was still gray and still white and it wasn't completely melted. But let's get into melting this new clear lace. Also, I didn't spray enough on the transparent side, so I was like, let me be fair, spray a little bit more so it can be a fair and even comparison. So the clear lace is now dry and you can see I'm running my fingers over it and it looks like I'm just touching my skin. No cap, it looks like I'm just touching my skin. There's truly no line of demarcation, and it looks like just my skin. Clear lace, emphasis on clear lace. Now this transparent lace, you can still see this whitish grayish undertone. This isn't not regular transparent lace, but girl, this clear lace is where it's at. It's where it's at. Do you see that? Do you see how that is just my skin? Okay, let's get into this install. So hey, let me show you guys this wig up close in this hairline because it is definitely pre-plucked. Y'all know these companies be capping when they say the hairline is pre-plucked. No, this hairline was definitely pre-plucked 100%. I didn't go in to do anything, any work. But this is the construction of the wig. As you can see, the knots are bleached. Y'all can see that undertone of the bleaching of the knots. The wig could be glueless, but I definitely took off the straps, but it came with straps so it could be glueless, a glueless unit. So this hair, y'all see the flow? I see the density is 200% density, okay? Super full, super flowy. I did the bald cap off camera because I do them in every video and super in depth. So if you want to see how I achieve my bald caps, tune into my other videos. And only because I wanted to focus on the lace and this install, okay? So let's get into it. I just applied the wig to my head, and this is the hairline once it's on my head. Girl, it's plucked. Like, it's plucked. Do you see this? Are you seeing what I'm seeing? But before I get into gluing this wig down, I'm going to take my hot comb and just press through this hairline so that I can see it pushed back and look smooth and as if it is already installed. This hairline was too big for me. I do have a really itty bitty tiny head, so you may have and come across this issue as well, but it's definitely fixable. I put out like just a piece of the hair as if I was pulling out baby hairs, and I'm going to be cutting that off so you can see that up close. That is what the hairline looks like once it is pressed out. Super neat, super neat. So I'm just twisting that up because yeah, it was just, yeah, we wasn't about to have a small forehead today. That's not what we wanted. So I'm just going to cut that off, and then I'm going to get into tinting my lace. I never show you guys tinting my lace. So I'm taking my RD15 Ruby Kisses Cream Foundation, RD15, I repeat, RD15, and I'm just smoothing that out throughout the lace. I didn't use a lot of layers of the makeup because I wanted to see how the clear lace was going to melt into my skin with only using a tad bit of the tinting. So now let me get into applying this glue. Tell you guys what glue I'm using. I'm using my Ghost Bond Extreme. Yes, it is the Extreme. Okay, I done switched over. I just did it because it was the same price as the regular ones at this hair store I went to, and I was really upset. Like, why is the regular one $21? It's only supposed to be $14. So I went ahead and got the Extreme. It does work differently though. This definitely does have a more better hold with, you know, sweating and all that, and it being summertime, blah blah blah, and oils, whatever. It melted a lot, or it stayed on a lot better, and it dried clear very fast. But I'm using 4 layers of this glue, and as you can see, I'm using my popsicle stick to smooth that out each time. I didn't go in with a blow dryer because, like I said, the glue dried clear on its own pretty quickly by the time I was done smoothing it all out around my hairline. But on the last layer, I did use my blow dryer. This is what it should look like when your glue is dried down. It should be clear before you actually pull down this lace to melt it, because if it is not, it's going to be messy and a whole lot of other things that you do not want. So once that lace is pulled down on this side, I'm using my fingers to just smoothly press it down, not being too aggressive with it, just pressing the glue in and smoothing it out with my fingers. And I'm going to repeat that on the other side, as you can see. And I'm using my fine tooth comb and the teeth of the comb, specifically in my blow dryer on warm heat, to really melt that glue into the lace. Okay, I usually cut off my ear tabs before I get into the glue and all that, but I literally forgot. I don't know why. I was really excited to put on this wig, so I forgot, but I'm cutting them off now. And I know I'm not really going into in depth of what I'm saying, at least I don't think I am, but if you want a more in-depth, you know, version of all this, I definitely give that in different tutorials, like actual in-depth tutorials where I'm talking you through every step of what I'm doing in like an in-depth explanation. So I applied my melt belt, my ultimate melt belt from I Am Beautiful Hustler. You can find her on Instagram as well on YouTube, as she is a YouTuber and she installs lace wigs on clients and herself as well. She's really bomb. Check her out. But I left that on for 10 minutes or so, 10 minutes, probably more than that, to really get that lace melted. And in the meantime, I'm just preparing my part. So let me tell y'all, with this part, I was really going crazy over it on TikTok, like, oh my god, this deep side part, as well as Instagram. And thank y'all for the love, by the way. But anyways, I'm preparing this part, but I was looking at a picture. Sometimes when I do my installs, I get inspiration from pictures. Okay, but look, this is the lace once it's melted. Pause. This is the lace once it's melted. Okay, let me just get into that later. Now we got to cut off the lace. So the hairline, the piece of the hairline that we didn't want, I cut that off separately with my razor first to just get that out the way. And for the rest of the lace, I'm using my razor in a zigzag motion so it can look as natural as possible. You guys know, or if you don't know, that when you cut the lace in a straight line, it can look more and appear more wiggy, so we didn't want that. Sometimes when I'm cutting off the lace, I don't see it all the way, so I go in with my scissors to really get as close to the hairline as possible so I don't make any mistakes that I don't need to make. Back to what I was saying a minute ago, I do look at inspiration pictures because I'm really good at like looking at something and mimicking it without it, you know, like I can get taught from something by just looking at it. And when I do side parts, and if I ever do side parts, I need them to look a certain way because I really don't like basic side parts. Like, I really don't. Just coming from doing side parts, if you know, you know. I used to slay them deep side part ponytails, okay? If you know, you know. So even before the wigs, I was in love with side parts, and I don't know. I'm not really that good at them doing them on my own if I'm not actually having an inspiration photo and looking at them myself, because yeah, they just got to come out a certain way. So I had a picture in front of me. Also, I will link her Instagram down below, the stylist of the inspiration that I used, because she really slayed that side part. When I tell y'all, it was deep, and the baby hairs was like, it was giving sew in, it was giving silk press. It really was. But as you can see now, I'm mapping out the baby hairs. I did already set out the part. I hope you guys were watching and listening as I talked at the same time. But this is the hairline. Look at it. I'm gonna keep showing y'all, but I'm gonna tie those baby hairs up. This really just helps with making the install look more clean and precise. So as that lays and that melts one more time, I'm going to get into this hair. Okay, we're going to get this wig super flat. So the product that I am using and the products that I'm using overall, I'm just going to list them in this description box. OMG, y'all, I talk so fast because if I don't talk fast, I forget what I'm going to say, and girl, I end up stuttering, but I hope y'all don't mind it. So as you can see, I'm using that product, that oil there, that hair serum from IC. It's IC Fantasia, but I'm going to tell you guys what it is in the description box. But nevertheless, as you can see, I'm still mapping out the hairline, not the hairline, but the part. Like, I just pulled a piece out there because yeah, once I started smoothing that out, I was like, okay, this can be a little bit deeper, this can look a little bit, you know, more clean. So that's what I did. But as you can see, I'm using my hot comb to press this out, and I'm also going to use my wax stick here and use that in the back. And also, I think I use it in the front. I think just in the back. Yeah, I just use it in the back, and I'm going to be smoothing that out because y'all know me, I need to have that back looking as flat as it is in the front. Okay, that's how you really get that to look like your installs look immaculate and look just like a stylist did it. As you can see though, I'm using a lot of product only because this hair was like really good quality, so I didn't trip on like having the hair looking oily or whatever, because it took the product very well and it looked very clean and like just chic once it was all done and said and done, and it came together really nicely. I'm pulling out just a couple more baby hairs in the front, and if y'all don't pay attention to anything else in this video or listen to anything else that I say, pay attention to these baby hairs because I really bodied these. Okay, so I'm using the same serum, that oil, and I'm using my little flat iron to really curl these. And when I say, y'all see how I did that really slow? I'm doing it very slow so it can come out looking super curled. And I went over it probably about 5 times, but I wasn't going to show you all that. So I'm shaving off the baby hairs, and I'm doing it all the way around for all the baby hairs I'm going to be using. This was going to be like a little swoop, so I cut that shorter than the piece in the front. And then of course the sideburns, I'm going to be repeating the same process. Look at how slow I'm doing it. If you don't do it slow, it's not really going to curl. You got to really let that heat process into the hair. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm using Eco Styler gel, okay, the clear and the orange one. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But of course it's going to be in the description box. And I'm using this edge brush. This is a Kiss edge brush. It's really neat. Like, it got the combs on the side, and they have it on the bottom, and then they have this little swoop part on the bottom too. It's actually my mom's. I'm pretty sure she got it from the hair store, because where else would she get it? But yeah, I hope y'all can find it because I really like it. Going in with a little bit more product because I did just shave off some of those hairs in the front, because I was also looking at the pictures when I was doing the baby hairs, because like I said, the baby hairs was looking fire as well. I'm really paying attention to this picture, and I'm looking at how short the baby hairs were, so I'm just shaving off a little bit more in the front. And now I'm taking this foam. I can't tell the name off the top of my head, y'all. It'll be in the description box. But but it's right here, Tropical Roots. Erica J uses this, and I was like, oh my gosh, they have it in this hair store, because they don't have it at the hair store that I usually go to. But y'all, this Eco Styler gel plus this Tropical Roots mixed together equaled some fire baby hairs, like, y'all. But look at what I'm doing here. So I'm swooping the hairs into the actual hair, like on the wig, and not just using it like on the lace, if that makes sense, because y'all see how the baby hairs is coming into the hair. But I didn't show y'all in depth how I did that little swoop there, because girl, I did that for like 10 minutes. It was giving me so many problems. But I have more in-depth tutorials on where I do my baby hairs just like this, well, at least that swoop. So yeah, watch that if you want to know how to achieve that like perfectly into the T. But so yeah, I'm just doing the baby hairs here. Y'all know I don't really know what else to say right now, besides I'm doing the baby hairs, shaving that off, curling that once more, because I took a little bit more hair out, because like I was saying, I was paying attention to this picture, and the baby hairs was looking pretty thick on the sideburns, so I make them look a little bit more fuller by pulling out more hairs. And this right here is just to add a little bit more razzle dazzle, more chicness, more giving professionally done look to this wig. I'm just curling this piece here, an extra sideburn, and it really added some extra pizzazz. I love the way that it looked once it was all said and done. But I just took some more of that wax stick to get this part more flat. And last thing I'm going to do here is straighten out this hair. So like y'all know, this wig was straight out the box. I don't know if y'all realize that, but it was straight out the box. So this hair came out super flowy, and when I straightened it, it gave me absolutely no problems. This is the Babyliss Pro Flat Iron in 1.5 inch, if you guys were wondering, because I noticed when I'm watching tutorials, nobody be telling me what kind of flat iron or curling iron they use. I'm gonna tell y'all what kind of flat iron I'm using, and I just bought this Sprint a pretty penny. It was like $140, I think, but it was worth it. It was worth it. This is the best flat iron I've ever had. But also, this is a titanium flat iron and not ceramic. As y'all know, titanium is like the new kind of flat irons. I don't know how new, because I'm so used to ceramic flat irons. But yeah, definitely invest in a titanium flat iron if you like to have straight hair. But as you can see, I just added some makeup to the part, the same. Actually, it wasn't the same cream foundation. It was a lighter shade, but it's the same Ruby Kisses brand. But this is the end of the tutorial. As you can see, I just added some of that black hairspray to it. This is my first time doing this on myself, and I was like, okay, definitely did what it's supposed to do. But this is the end of the tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check the description box for all the information on this hair. and a discount code with a personal discount code from me to you for 15% off when you purchase from Xrsbeauty Hair. Like I said before, all of the products that was used will be in the description box. Make sure to check that for that as well. And leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next one.